What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Professor MIMS, aka Professor Make It Make Sense. And I just had to bring you this story today about NFL star Travis Hunter, who just got drafted from the University of Colorado, Heisman Trophy winner. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and also that notification bell so I can keep bringing you this juicy content. And I guarantee you this is one for the books. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So Travis Hunter is now a Jacksonville Jaguar, and he's, like I said, is the former trophy winner for the Heisman. He recently married his long-term partner, Leanna Lenee, and in a lavish ceremony at the barn at Faith Farms in Tennessee, this May 24th of 2025, they began dating in 2022, and then they got engaged in February of 2024. Celebrated their union with a black and white themed wedding. Lenee wore 2 custom Justin Alexander dresses, while Hunter donned an all-white suit paired with sneakers. This event featured a 5-tier cake, ivory floral arrangements, and concluded with a fireworks display. A highlight of the evening was Hunter surprising Lenee with a Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus 800, a luxury vehicle valued at approximately $642,000 as a wedding gift. Now, prior to the wedding, the couple faced public scrutiny. So if you go back to December of 2024, a resurfaced video showed Hunter's former coach, Prime himself, Mr. Deion Sanders, humorously advising him to reconsider a prenuptial agreement before getting married. Now, Deion Sanders joked about drafting a thick prenup titled "The Little Engine That Could." Now, despite that public commentary and challenge, Travis Hunter and Lenee have remained united, often defending their relationship amongst all the criticism thrown their way. Now, their recent wedding marks a new chapter in their journey together. For all my people who haven't been following this couple, their business is their business. The only problem is, if you want to be objective, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a parent and ask yourself, if this Travis Hunter was your kid and he had everything going for him the way he has, and you bring in his girlfriend of choice, you have to go back to all the things that transpired before it got to this point to make you skeptical about this whole situation. So let's start from the beginning. For those who are unfamiliar with the timeline of why fans gave a huge backlash on his choice for his now wife, let's go ahead and play the clip of what happened over a year ago and her choice of words on her decision to be with Travis Hunter.
My type. We'll be fighting.
I don't be fighting. She be fighting. She be fighting.
Like I said, I like things my way, and if it doesn't go my way, then I don't like it. I don't even sound like that. That's so funny.
That's all I be hearing when she be crying and talking.
I don't even cry for real.
Even though she get mad at me a lot.
I have to bring that up.
No, she get mad at me every day, y'all.
The reason why is because I'm a very particular person. Like, organized is like not even the word. Like, I like everything in order in my way, and if it's not my way, then she wanna blame it all on me.
Somebody just said, don't marry her. She got an attitude and she's mad all the time.
Bro, when I think she say she's mad all the time, but she's really not mad all the time. You shut down.
I'm not gonna lie, I do have an attitude problem. I really do. But I have to grow as an individual.
Stop telling her she done.
I didn't done. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. We'll be fighting.
I don't be fighting. She be fighting. She be fighting.
Like I said, I like things my way, and if it doesn't go my way, then I don't like it. I don't even sound like that. That's so funny.
That's all I be hearing when she be crying and talking.
I don't even cry for real.
Now you just heard Travis Hunter and Leanna basically going back and forth just in a joking manner, that when they first started talking, she considered him not her type, and he basically had to grow on her. So I know for most people, it's more of that, okay, well, he chased her, he won her over, and we should let it go and let it be. But I'm going to be honest, going back to what I said about looking at it from the shoes of a parent and what type of woman you want, it's something to be said about when you have to convince somebody that you're worth their time in that manner, especially somebody in Travis Hunter's shoes, it could definitely be interpreted as in she didn't realize who she had until everyone slowly started telling her, like, hey, this guy is a superstar college athlete. He's going to be a first-round draft pick in the NFL. And over time, it could be construed as she started realizing what she had, so it was easier to buy in versus him just being so charming and so handsome that he eventually was just able to sway her into believing that he would be a good type for her. So because of that, I totally understand why everybody's skeptical about them lasting. And when I look at Travis Hunter, I'm like, look, I'm not invested in their relationship, so I don't know. Like, they can genuinely be in love with each other against the world, against all odds. And that's none of our business in the grand scheme of things. However, if we're going to look at this from a public view, one thing you have to understand is when it comes to these women who chase these athletes, especially an athlete who has to go out of his way and convince the woman that he's worth her time, it's something to pay attention to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell Travis Hunter what to do with his life. Obviously, I don't have that type of power and credibility with him to do that anyway. However, the way I'm looking at it is, I strongly believe in prenuptial agreements. And the reason why I agree with it is because you don't know what's going to happen in life. There's always things that are unforeseen that you can never plan for, and when it happens, it just leaves you in a bad situation. So, prime example, 5 years from now, you're going to be a different person than you were 5 years earlier. So sometimes people just naturally grow apart because sometimes it happens. You might not be the same person you were 5 years ago, and your partner might not want to grow in that direction with you. And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? And then also, life happens. We're human. We make mistakes. Sometimes there's mistakes that we as humans make that sometimes just get to the point of no return, and they're unforgivable. So in that situation, guess what? You might have to part ways. So we got to stop looking at prenuptial agreements as what most women that I've talked to say, which is, oh, you're betting against us before we even get married. No, it has nothing to do with betting against you. It's just like buying insurance. It's just in case something happens, we already have everything pre-planned out of how we're going to part ways. So in this particular case, I know that they're in love and they're in bliss and they're happy. But if you get something ironclad and documented saying, if something were to go south, this is what it is, guess what? Now you don't have to go through the headache of a 2 to 5 year period of trying to figure out, you know, how you split your assets. If you have kids, how you split the custody. Like all these things you have to consider, you don't have to think about because the prenup already says what would happen if that happened. So in this particular case, it's not betting against your marriage not working out. What it is it's just saying, if something were to happen, we already got it planned out. But guess what? If you get a prenuptial agreement, guess what the best way to never have to worry about the prenuptial agreement is? To make the relationship work. And that's the bottom line. So I don't need to go beyond that. I want to know what you guys think. Please tell me in the comment section, do you think that Travis Hunter made a huge mistake by not getting a prenuptial agreement? Or do you think that it's corny or a bad in taste to do a prenuptial agreement? Whatever your opinion is, I want to hear it in the comment section. I already laid out what I believe prenuptial agreements are good for, but that's neither here nor there. So we're going to go ahead and end here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.